Wizard of Oz is not just a whimsical tale about a girl and her little dog, but a veiled metaphysical blueprint, one that encodes ancient esoteric truths about the human body, the soul, and the journey towards inner awakening. Hidden beneath its charm lies a symbolic system as intricate as any musical tradition, mapping not only the landscape of Oz, but the very anatomy of the self. In this video, we'll unravel the Wizard of Oz as an allegorical initiation, decoding each character, location, and the plot twist as a mirror of the spiritual path, from the Yellow Brick Road as the spiral channel of Kundalini to the Emerald City as the crown of divine illumination. We'll explore how the cinematic classic secretly charts the soul's return to its true home. Stay with me as we enter the interworld of Oz, not through fantasy, but through the symbolic language of metaphysics. And without further ado, the lesson titled Oz, Pinhead. Let's begin. When examined through the lens of esoteric philosophy and metaphysical allegory, the Wizard of Oz reveals itself as a far more than a charming children's tale. It becomes a profound symbolic map of the human body, the soul's descent into matter, and its eventual path towards integration and return to higher consciousness. Dorothy, as the protagonist, symbolizes the soul or the higher self, innocent, intuitive, in exile from her native Kansas, a monochromatic land representing the unawakening, or the material state. Her displacement by the cyclone, a spiral motion akin to the descent of spiritual energy through the chakras, echoes the soul's involution into the world of forms, the incarnation process, mirrored by the archetypical fall found in numerous mystical traditions. The land of Oz, vivid and multidimensional, serves as an allegorical representation of the inner world, the energetic anatomy of the human body. The Yellow Brick Road, golden and serpentine, aligns with the spinal column and the Sushum Nam, which is the central energy channel in yogic mysticism through which Kundalini, the dormant spinal energy of Kundalini, it extends up the spinal column. So this Yellow Brick Road is not merely a path, but a metaphor for the disciplined spiritual journey, requiring balance, discernment, and courage to reach the Emerald City, which symbolically corresponds to the pineal gland, the third eye, or the crown chakra, the seat of enlightenment and union with divine intelligence. Now getting to the characters, each of Dory's companions reflect a distinct faculty of the embodied soul, representing the fragmentations of human consciousness that must be reconciled. Beginning with the Scarecrow, who longs for a brain, represents the intellectual center, symbolic of the abstract, or the analytical mind, which, though capable, is often disconnected from intuitive wisdom, meaning feeling lost or unfulfilled, the feeling of disconnection from a deeper sense or purpose, which manifests itself in manners of lack of clarity or decision making, the application of being retroactive. The Tin Man, desiring a heart, embodies the emotional body in the heart center, also known as the Ahata chakra, whose rusted joints speaks to the spiritual stagnation that occurs when the heart is closed by trauma or mechanized existence, that person's individual sense of self or their relationship with the world. And lastly, the Cowardly Lion, in search of courage, signifying the instinctual or vital body, often associated with the solar plexus chakra, the seat of willpower, that confidence, that self-mastery, for the Cowardly Lion's sake, the lack of, and together they form a triadic mirror of the human being's inner architecture, his mind, the heart, and will, all seeking wholeness and transcendence through the self-knowledge. The Wicked Witch of the West, ruling from the shadows, can be interpreted as the shadow self, or the binding force of ego, fear, and lower astral influences that obstruct the soul's upward journey. Now, what are some of those obstructions that we talked about already? The negative emotions, the past traumas, the limited belief, Those are the barriers or hindrance that we must keep in mind that stops our progress. The Wicked Witch of the West, her elemental affinity with water, through which she is ultimately destroyed or she meets her demise, invokes purification and baptismal symbolism, indicating that the egoic self dissolves in the waters of emotional and spiritual purging. On the other hand, you have Glinda, the Good Witch of the North, serves as the higher guiding force, possibly the oversoul or the guardian intelligence, who offers cryptic yet essential insight, reinforcing those esoteric truths that the seeker must find the path upward and inward through personal effort and inner realization. The wizard, revealed to be mere man hiding behind illusion, is a symbol of false authority, perhaps the persona or lower mental self masquerading as divine wisdom. The unveiling of the wizard teaches the true power and guidance cannot come from external projections or those social constructs that we hold near and dear, but only from inner awakening do we find that power and that divine guidance or divine intelligence. Now in the light, or now awakened, Dorothy's final revelation that she always had the power to go home is a profound metaphysical axiom, that self-evident truth, that eureka moment, that the soul's journey or the soul's return to its divine origin is always latent within, accessible through alignment of the mind, body, and spirit. With all that being said, the Wizard of Oz may be understood as an allegoric rite of passage through the human energy system, dramatizing the soul's journey through psychological, emotional, and energetic trials in pursuit of self-realization, akin to a symbolic psychodrama illustrating the alchemical great work, the integration of the fragmented self to a unified whole, leading to the awakening of the divine consciousness that lies latent within the human form. Just as Dorothy discovered, the journey was never about finding something outside of herself, but it was always about remembering what was already within. The Wizard of Oz offers us more than a story. It presents a hidden anatomy of the soul's return to wholeness. Each symbol, each step on the Yellow Brick Road is a call to inner integration, reminding us that illumination begins in the body, moves through the heart, and culminates in the awakening of consciousness. And if this exploration resonated with you, consider sharing it with others on the path. Subscribe for more deep dives in the esoteric layers of mythology, cinema, and scripture. And remember, the real magic was never in Oz, it's in you.